everybody, welcome to Tpull's Corner. This is Travis, and we are doing Theme Week with particular attention to one specific card, Peer into the Abyss. So check out the first couple of videos where we cover how this card works and what cards it's normally combined with and all that sort of good stuff. But basically, quick summary, draw cards equal to half the number of cards in your library and lose half your life, and you round up for both. And you can play it on the opponent, and the opponent will lose half his life, but he'll get to draw half the cards in his hand. So, we've done a few different examples, and last time we had Dream Trawler. This time we have 4 additional creatures that also benefit from when you draw a card. So, for both Dream Trawler and Lore Scale Quaddle, whenever you draw a card, you get to put a counter on them. So the goal is we get one or more of these creatures out, and then we play up here into the Abyss. We draw half the cards in our deck, and if we're drawing like 20 cards, suddenly we've got a creature that is more powerful than 20, and hopefully we can just get through and hit our opponent and kill them in one swift hit. So we don't have a lot of creatures to do this. We have 8 creatures total, 26 lands, and 66 cards total. So the other creatures are, we have 1 Realm Cloak Giant that's more there to just clear the field for us so that we can get through with our other creatures later. And we have Murderous Rider, who's a little bit of removal and a little bit of lifelink. The rest of the cards, we have Annul to counter a card, artifact or enchantment spell. Opt, 1 Bloodchief's Thirst, 1 Mystic Repeal, just to quickly take those pesky enchantments and put them out of the way. Traveler's Amulet, so we can get a basic land out in case we're having trouble getting the right lands, because we do have 3 colors. We have blue, white, well actually we have 4 colors, sorry. We have black, white, blue, and green for this particular deck. So we're going to take a powerful card, 7 casting card that actually costs 3 black mana, and we're going to put it together in a 4 color deck. So we do need a little bit of help with a few things in terms of getting land. And with respect to that, we have Path to the World Tree, which you can put into the field and then go get a basic land card and put it into your hand. And later, if you have all these other types of mana, you can also sacrifice it and gain 2 life and draw 2 cards and stuff like that. But we don't have the red mana in here really, and so I'm ignoring that part. 2 Heartless Acts for removal, 1 Negate to counter the creature spell before it gets out of their hand. 1 Folio Fancies. We've used this in most of our decks just so that we have no maximum hand size. It's a very natural pairing whenever you're using blue with Peer into the Abyss. Banishing Light. Banished creatures, maybe some more hard to target non-land permanents. Idyllic Tutor to go get one of our cards. This is to search for an enchantment card. Midnight Clock in case we come up against one of those mill decks. Solve the Equation. This one we'd use to actually go get Peer into the Abyss if we need it in any particular time. If we fall behind and our opponent's got too many cards in his hand, we've got Teachings of the Archaics. Inevitable End for creature control, Miss of Nethroi for permanent control, Soul Shatter for planeswalkers or creatures, a couple of Suffocating Fumes in case they try and kill us with a bunch of 1/1s while we're waiting. Use Covered Murderous Rider, 1 Cultivate for ramping the land, 1 Sanctum of Fruit Harvest, also for getting the right color mana, exactly what we need. Now, when I talked about how we didn't have the color red for Path to the World Tree, technically, if we want, I could get red from this if I have this out, and then we could use the bottom power, where we sacrifice it and deal 2 damage to the opponent, deal 2 damage to a target creature, create a 2/2 green bear token, gain 2 life, and draw 2 cards. So, it is possible within the deck, but everything has to line up just right. 1 copy of True Love's Kiss to take out artifacts or enchantments. Now you notice I've got a few things that can take on enchantments or artifacts, right? We've got Annul. We've got Banishing Light, which works against them. We got, where is it? Mythos of Nethroi, which we can do just creatures if we're doing black mana, but if we add green and white in, we can go ahead and take out a permanent, and True Love's Kiss. So that's partly because we've got all the enchantment class things and a lot more artifacts from the D&D expansion lately. So I figure it's okay to start stacking these things in the deck because they're probably going to see more use. Extinction Event, my normal 1 copy of that for half a board wipe. Revenge of Ravens. Now, if I'm not able to remove things and my creatures are their creatures rather are attacking me, they're going to lose a life for every creature that attacks me, and I'm going to gain a life. So hopefully we don't have to deal with too many big creatures, Hopefully I've removed the big ones, but the small ones are going to actually help us more than hurt us if we do this right. 1 copy Cosmos Elixir to give us 2 life, and if our life total's completely above board, then we can just start drawing a card at the end of our turn. 1 copy of Shadow's Verdict to take care of all creatures mana value 3 or less. And 1 Planeswalker, Ashiok Nightmare Muse, where we can create, to the left you see the token Creature Nightmare. You can create these little 2/3 creatures. Whenever they attack or block, each opponent exiles the top 2 cards of their library. So we get a little bit of mill in there too, sort of. I call it mill, but it's really exiling. For the -3 power, you can return a target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Then that player exiles a card from their hand. It's perfect for use when they don't have any other cards in their hand and you want to permanently remove something pesky. And if we do get Ashiok up to 7, we can -7 cast up to 3 spells from among all those face-up cards our opponents own from exile without paying their mana cost, which is sweet when it happens. 1 copy of Sublime Epiphany, which is a counter spell with up to 5 different options, and you can choose just one of them if you want, or all of them if they're all applicable. 2 copies of the Dream Trawler. They have both flying and lifelink, and when you draw a card they get +1. So at the beginning of your turn, when you start to draw a card, they're going to automatically turn into a 4/5 creature. When they attack, they get to draw another card, and that turns them into a 5/5 creature. Okay? The cool thing that makes them hard to get rid of is if they try and target Dream Trawler, you can discard one of your cards in your hand, and Dream Trawler gets hexproof and stays around. Realmcloak Giant, mostly for destroying creatures, but 7/7 creature if we need them. 1 copy of Seagate Restoration to give us lots of cards. And 1 copy of Peer into the... well, 2 copies of Peer into the Abyss. It is possible that we might end up casting both of these on ourselves in one game. That's the deck. We're going to take it out for a spin. Go ahead and like the video. You know, if you want to wait till the end and make sure you really, really like it, go ahead. But go ahead and share it with a friend. Spread the word. Find other people who like Magic the Gathering. Let them know that we're out here putting together original decks that are fun for their entertainment. Here we go. Alright, not bad for only having 8 creatures in the deck. We got 2 right up front. Just 1 more mana will give us basically everything that we need to get started. Okay, so we'll bring this down. This is usually a bad sign when they get this creature down first. Usually means a fast death for us. Try and slow the bleeding a little bit. And that kind of worked. They usually have some sort of Blizzard Brawl or something. They got Snowlands, so they probably have Blizzard Brawl. Blizzard Brawl. Say it 3 times fast. Wow, they're taking a long time thinking about that. Can't do that just yet. Okay, what else you got? You got 3 mana plus a treasure still. That's all you're gonna do, huh? Okay. We will take the reprieve. Got so many choices here. Alright, let's do that. I've got an extra quaddle in case we run into trouble. This combos nicely with the quaddle because if we do keep our life up a little bit, then we'll be able to draw more cards with this, and of each turn, then quaddle gets pumped up. Oh, this is better. We'll just get rid of all of y'all right now. I'll take 1 for 5. That should give me a turn or 2 so I can get my health up and start drawing better. Didn't take him long to get people, did he? Okay, so that's okay because we'll get this one down. Not enough. So this particular combo is really awesome because you've got the lifelink that gives you the health back. You've got the draw cards here which pump both of these guys up. And every time you draw a card, well, they only get +1 till end of turn. But just watch as it happens here. Draw a card. Pump them up. The life gain is just icing on the cake. They've got their own life game engine going right now between these guys. But it shouldn't be enough. Ah, there's what we were looking at. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to decrease everybody's power by 1 for my opponents. Now you can hit me if you want. I'm still around. I can let all of you through, and it'll hurt you just about as much as it hurts me. I'm not going to bother blocking. Should we get rid of somebody? No. Let's just attack instead. £11 is a lot. He's going to take it and not get rid of the core Celebrant. Interesting choice. That is a lot of damage. If you don't have anybody that has Vigilant. Remove 3 counters, please. Still over 20, still going to draw my cards. Red. Red lets me use World Tree now. Target my opponent. Target of 1 creature. That's nice. They just lost 2 very powerful creatures. The only thing that would make this better is if I could actually get a Peer into the Abyss card out. Otherwise they've got a pretty nice engine with the constant Turlosaurus coming out. They got the 3rd one already. Within the top third of their deck. It's nice. But what's cool is they haven't scooped yet. I don't know if they actually think they can pull it off. They've got a lot of synergies here, and they've got a lot of triggers. Got their health back up to 10 already. They whiffed. Ouch. And I'm getting a lot of land out of all this. Okay, what should we do? We'll do some blue. Do some blue, don't mind if I do. Put you out, put you out. Come on. You can do it. Okay, next. Attack with everybody. Why, you ask? Because we're going to use Suffocating Fumes. one more land. Can't possibly have too much more in there, could I? The difference in the number of cards we've taken from our deck is approximately the same difference as the number of lands. 35 to 43. I guess we'll take black. Let's see, what do we got here? These are all even, right? No, that one's an odd. Mine's even too. I don't really want to use Extinction Event then. Oh, they're just about ready to go. Okay, so we'll go do this. We'll go get Peer into the Abyss. We can't play it this turn. Darn it. Discard a card. Let's get rid of a land. Okay, we didn't attack. We'll let you get your little landfall. Let you keep that. So, hang around for one more turn, okay? Nyarlathotep. Am I pronouncing that correctly? Right, here we go. This one's for all the beans. Draw our cards. Triggers. Now that is beautiful. And now we attack. And that is an example of having some creatures out that benefit from card draw and using Peer into the Abyss. Eat your heart out, Underworld Dreams. He will block. Wave goodbye. Feed the bear. As he decides what he wants to do. Good sport. Thank you for hanging in there. Got to demonstrate the deck. Beautiful. Alright, I like the mono mix. So let's get it going. Green is good to start on this. Let's see. Midnight Clock. That way if I start losing my creatures to removal, I can get them back. Ooh. Is this going to be a goblin deck? Power 2 or less. That implies swarms. Ah, figures he exiles it. Midnight Clock won't help with exile. Wish it was anything but that one. Ah well. Another swamp. And the rest of this is kind of reactionary, so we're just going to wait. We need 3 black sources for Pier. Nice. Bring out the heavy artifacts already. Okay, so let's get rid of this. We don't care about the 1/1s just yet. Let's see, the beginning of your end step. Okay, so let's go ahead and kill this guy. Don't need to worry about Gadrick unless he has 4 or more artifacts. So we're going to roll the dice a little bit maybe here. Made him think. Terror of the Peaks. Well, Terror of the Peaks is why we held on to this. Okay, if he doesn't have another Scorching Dragonfire, he might still kill this, but we might still get to at least keep it in our graveyard. Let's see. I don't need another land right now. At least not a blue. I need 1 more black source. I've already got enough of everything else, I think. Okay, Tectonic Giant. Okay, so here let me get the final black source. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Shoot, that doesn't work that well for me. All right. I was trying to see if I could use that card somehow in a good way. Crash Taunter. Nice. Interesting choice. You don't have the mana for that, do you? Okay, so we do not like Brash Taunter. Let's do this to start with. Go ahead and put this down. And we'll do that. Takes away his own dragon first. Interesting choice. Another one. Well, that's okay, because we've got Dream Trawler and she's got lifelink, so we're actually okay with that. Okay, let's search for an enchantment card. Those are my only 2 choices, huh? Oh, he quits. What was he afraid of? I didn't really have anything good there in those choices that was left. And as a matter of fact, I might take that card out. Okay, we'll take the win, I guess. Okay, it's time for a deck tweak, because when I'm looking at Idyllic Tutor, search your library for an enchantment card. What really do I have here? I've got Path to the World Tree. I've got Sanctum of Fruitful Harvest. I've got Inevitable End, Vanishing Light, and Revenge of Ravens. And as it turns out, when it came time for me to use Idyllic Tutor, I already had 3 of those on the battlefield. So I'm thinking 5 enchantments is too small to justify keeping that in. So let's take the deck down to 65 cards. And let's see how we do without that. Because maybe, I mean, it gives you some options if you need that specific removal card for the most part, but I think that the deck moves fast enough with the way this can draw cards when you get the engine going, that maybe we don't need that one. So we're going to try that and move forward. What have we stooped to? We're playing against a drunken frog. Well, this will show you that Magic's all about luck and not skill, right? If I lose to a drunken frog. Most powerful card, one of the most powerful cards, one of the most powerful cards. Oh no. You might have a peer into the abyss. We can't let you have that. I figure we'll have a chance to get 3 black sources, but it may be a while before we get to peer into the abyss. So we'll actually get to Seagate Restoration or Sublime Epiphany first, and I want to make sure I had sufficient blue for that. Now I just need 1 white source so I can get rid of enchantments like that. Okay. I don't want to do anything else just yet. I'd like there to be more threats out there to make these have viable choices. I'm willing to take a few more hits. I am flooding out a little bit on land here. But that's okay, because my hand is full, and that gives me options. Yeah, baby. Although Teachings of the Archaic is not going to come in handy anytime soon. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't have enough Lower Skull Quaddle down just yet. So, as weird as you may think it is, we're still not going to do anything. I really need another blue. Instant or sorcery card. Let's see. How about... We want to do this. Let's do that. Get rid of the pesky threat.
This is fragile and fleeting. I will destroy if I must.
You don't play around, does he?
Proceed in my stead, Planeswalker.
I want to have another creature, or at least be able to protect it. Okay. That's good enough for now. I've got 3 blues now, right? Actually. Okay, here we go. Murder. No, you're not going to murder. We want to target, let's see, return non-land permanent to owner's hand, target a creature I control, target me. That was nice. Do we want to do anything else? No, I think we're good. Here's one more removal. Okay, so that's 2 removals. Do you have another one? Ah, he had another one. He was waiting on it. Okay. And here's another one. Okay, so we'll get rid of you. And I have to get rid of 2 cards, huh? Okay, so let's get rid of 1, 2. All those go away. That's fine. That's, what, 12 cards? I don't think I'm going to need any of those again. And now it's time for the ever-loving combination. We go down to 5. Triggers. It is beautiful. Not quite enough to kill him, though, is it? Alright, we'll put down Midnight Clock. We'll put down Folio Fancies. And... oh, we can't afford Cosmos Elixir now, can we? Okay, so we'll have to bide our time here. Didn't have quite enough cards left to build it all up. Oh! Is he gonna kill him? Can I stop that? I don't think I have anything to stop that. Big meanie. He has a creature. Whatever will we do? Okay, I think... I'll put this down before anything else happens. Gain some life. Get some creatures you can't easily get rid of. And... get rid of you. And more creatures. That should be enough. Gain some life back. And this is when I love things, because I have a second copy of that in the deck for this reason. One reason in case the first one gets counterspelled or milled. Aww. I was going to play this and get you. Ah well, he saw the writing on the wall, I guess. Well, at least I didn't lose to a drunken frog. Alright. Again, I like all of the choices here for different colors of mana. It's always a good start. You definitely need that. One blue and one black, and that's a good start. Getting about half of everything that we need. Interesting choices to make coming up. Let's start by getting our green mana. If we're up against a mutate deck, I want to wait and see what he mutates it into. Why is everybody using Revenge of Ravens now besides me? Alright, you can go away. We kind of need both of those outs because he's going to remove one each time. So much for that idea. Okay, most of what we got left is reactionary. We'll try this again. See what kind of removal he has. If we last one more turn, I can protect him with Sublime Epiphany now. But I didn't want to wait too long until we had 9 mana out just to put him out and protect him at the same time. That's a long time. Okay. Odd versus even. I don't have 2 sources of black mana yet. Let's just wait and see what he does. If he's just going to attack, he can just attack. A Dirge Bat. Okay. Okay, so let's do this. Draw a card, create a token, return encounter. So no more Dirge Bat. You go back to your owner's hand. I get a copy, and I get to draw a card. Say goodbye. Say hello to my little snake friend. And that was during your turn. Ha-ha! Alright. Oh, if only I had enough black mana ready. Not quite enough. That would have been so cool. Alright, we'll attack with what we got. That's good enough for a start. We have enough for creature removal now as well. He was tapped out, so he couldn't use that. Garrick's Uprising. Okay. But you're all tapped out again. And that's going to prove to be a mistake. Not the right color land, but make sure you don't have anything to mutate onto. You got a rabbit you can pull out of your hat? Now would be a good time for a board wipe. Is that a world tree? Well, now you can cast pretty much anything. Another Boneyard Lurker. You could cast anything you wanted to, and you cast Boneyard Lurker. Really. that touch. Okay. Odd and even. Even, even. Evens go away. Oh, my token gets to be an odd. Sweet. Well, we didn't quite have the land to do the combo that time, but we were so close and we didn't need it. So, didn't want to risk losing. Okay, we're going to wrap it up here. I could probably play a lot more matches of this particular deck. We did really well. Sometimes you can do poorly against mill decks with this particular setup. But we just got rid of the one card that we go to search for enchantments. We didn't really need that. And I think you can see it's very common for us to get the combination to come up. Even though we only have 8 creatures and only 6 of them are valid for the combo, even though we only have 2 copies of Peer into the Abyss, we've got just enough draw and just enough removal that we tend to survive long enough to get the pieces into place. And maybe I could have gotten the pieces into place on the last one too if I had just made greater care to get 3 black sources of mana out. So it's a fun deck to play. It's yet another different way that you can use Peer into the Abyss. Hope you enjoyed it nearly as much as I enjoyed playing it. But yeah, as always, like and subscribe. Share one of these videos with a friend, especially this one. This one was fun. And come back again because there's always going to be another new deck right around the corner. Have a good one.